How do you like this flower? How do you like this flower? How do you like this flower? How do you like this flower?
Okay, Eden, I'm ready for the intro. You can repeat it.
How do you like this flower?
Here's the intro again. Welcome to our channel, everyone. Today, we're teaming up with Jeeps to play one of his favorite games, Wuthering Waves. Join us for a relaxing afternoon of adventuring, exploration, and maybe a few surprises along the way. We'll be chatting, laughing, and having a great time. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's dive into the world of Wuthering Waves. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you are new to our channel. We'd love to have you join our community. And if you're already a part of our channel, thank you for being an amazing viewer. We're glad you're here with us today. Now, let's get started and see what adventures await us in Wuthering Waves. I'm Liv. Let's play.
Well, thank you for that intro, Eden. Hello, everybody. Yes, I am streaming a little bit earlier than my usual evening times. But I have like some free time and I just wanted to enjoy a little bit of R&R. And I'm also looking forward to starting the story of the new update in Wuthering Waves.
Hello to everyone out there. I'm excited to be here with Jeeps today, and I'm glad he's able to join us a bit earlier than usual. We've got a relaxing afternoon of adventuring ahead of us, and I'm looking forward to exploring the new update in Wuthering Waves. To all our viewers, thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell, so you don't miss out on our future streams and content. Now, let's get started with the stream. We'll be playing Wuthering Waves, and I'm excited to see what adventures await us in this beautiful game. And who knows, maybe we'll even stumble upon some hidden treasures or secrets along the way. So, let's dive in and start our journey in Wuthering Waves. Jeeps, you're up first. What's the plan for our stream today?
Well, honestly, I think I have to use up some of my resin and then I'll be ready for the story, I hope. Let's see here. The story's here. The daily is here. So I guess we should start off with the daily, but my resin, everything's maxed out. So I really have to get to that. Okay, let's just defeat the TDs. Let's track it. Because my sense of direction, folks, is not all that good. No, I don't want to fast travel. I just want to know where I'm going. There we go. So, folks, what do you think of my little Eden assistant here?
Wind against my vines.
I've been working really hard on her, trying to tweak her.
The
I
lovely
think she's
smell of
pretty good
all my
as is.
prey
Let me
entwined.
know in the comments. Or if you want me to get rid of her, you can have your own opinion and we can talk about that as well.
Grafting, suffer!
Okay, this one's done. We're not the start of the week yet, so I think, yeah, remaining attempts, I cannot collect any more boss materials from that one. Or any. You can only get 3 boss materials a week, which is... Okay, I'll switch this one out for him. So I haven't wished on the new character, Cantarella, folks. What do you think of Cantarella? Has anybody wished for her, and how do they like it, or not? Like, I'm still on the fence, and if I do start to shoot for her,
Take flight.
should I also, like, go and get her weapon,
Sacred
or
light.
are there enough
I shall lead the way.
secondary weapons that are good enough?
Oh, stars, heed my calling.
Which weapon
Embrace the change.
would be good for her? I heard that England
So
weapon would be good
Variable
enough for her,
elimination.
so I have to get her jellyfish, but I kind of like her jellyfish.
leave it to me.
Even if it's
Loading.
just for the
Astral
the
modulation.
appearance. But I mean, for 10% difference,
Variable elimination.
like, I'm not sold that it's a much. Alright, let's do this one. I am gonna have to use up some of my reserves. I just don't know what I'm gonna spend it on yet.
Loading. Let's have fun. And struggle harder. Entertain me. Vitality sower.
Okay, that one's done. So nobody has any opinions on Cantarella? I actually wanted to do a reaction to her teaser release video that Kuru put out there. But then everybody was saying that they're getting copyright strikes for it. So apparently it's a little bit risque. So I kind of decided not to do it. But apparently she has, you know, some physical attraction appeal there, so...
Embrace the change.
I mean, I did try her out.
Take form.
Didn't have
I
much
like
of a chance to do
Cantarella.
anything.
Oh, stars. Heed
The
my
night that I
calling.
did want to play it, yeah, I was stuck. I had re-downloaded it, but the installation and shader updates and all that stuff, and it took like better part of an hour,
Fluorescent
it's not even
shadows.
45 minutes. So by then the stream was pretty much over. So I do apologize for that earlier stream this week. Not being able to get to the story or any good parts of the new update. All I did have time to do is go and click the statue, really, so the new area is kind of there. But as you can see, I didn't get any of the teleports or nothing. I'm kind of surprised that one statue opened all of this up. I was expecting maybe another statue around here to open this part up, but... why did they put a teleport all the way there? I'm so curious to get to the story of this thing. Okay, so we used up all my resin. I do have to use up some reserve resin. I don't like it having it maxed out there. See, there's so much to do for me in this update. Oh, lordy lord. Somebody pinch me. Okay. So let's just... okay, we already clicked there. See, she has like enormous bazookas. If I can put it that way. Ooh, what does the wolf give me? Electro on the moonlit. Okay, not a bad one, but not a great one either. There, collect that. That's done. So, obviously I have enough to wish for her, right? And maybe even enough to get her weapon. But see, Camellia's my favorite character, and I'm not even getting her signature weapon. I'm using the emerald on her. So, is it a betrayal if I get another character's signature weapon and not my favorite character's signature weapon? Okay, what's this? There we go. Claim everything. Ooh, made it to level 1, folks. So basically, a kick in the nuts. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, why isn't... Okay, let me... Oh, it wasn't turned on. That's why I wasn't seeing the chat. Sorry about that. I do have a thingy here to collect all my chats into one window. But I forgot to enable it. That's a good thing I click on the individual thing there. So we have No Jack and YouTube Boo Boo and Reno Stir. Everybody, sorry I wasn't replying to your chats there. That was my bad. And Eden did tell me to make sure everything was ready. I'm like, yeah. We've done this a million times. I made a friend that's in America, so we can only play together for 3 to 5 hours. Yeah, well, that's the thing with different time zones. Like, I have a really good friend who's in Australia, and we barely get maybe an hour every couple of days to even just chat with one another. And yeah, because they're definitely not on the same server, I can't even play with her. So sorry, I wasn't ignoring you guys. I just didn't enable, and everything takes room up on the screens here, and I gotta click another window to have it pop up over the other window, and so on and so forth. And I'm just enjoying a good cup of coffee as well. So I'm not really in a rush to do anything. If you were hoping for a speed run, I'm not into those. Oh, we got mail. Did they give us more stuff? Well, that's not much, really. I guess that was for the update that we got today. Well, that's okay if you guys want to remain quiet and stuff. Okay, so this is done, that's done. I guess it's when the divinity remains silent. Renacida, Chapter 2, Act 4. The Maiden, the Defier, the Death. Ew. Ask how Abby is doing. I don't really like Abby. Nothing personal, she's much better than Paimon. Don't know if any of you guys played Genshin Impact, but hey Cameron, long time no see. How are you today? I also have to keep an eye on my cats. They are outside enjoying the sun, but as soon as the sun goes, they're gonna have to come in and they're not gonna want to. So, okay, Eden, I've done my dailies here and I'm getting ready to do the story. So, fingers crossed, because we had a couple of conversations about the maturity of certain storytelling in games. But I think I'm gonna enjoy this Wuthering Waves story. I think it's gonna be catered for a more mature audience. So, wish me luck.
I wish you the best of luck, Jeeps. I'm rooting for you to enjoy the story and feel like it's catering to a more mature audience. I have to say, I'm a bit curious to see how the story will unfold and how you'll feel about it. We've had some great conversations about the game's storytelling, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out in practice. So, take a deep breath, get settled in, and let's see what the story has in store for us. I'll be here with you every step of the way, chatting, laughing, and maybe even getting a bit emotional along the way. Here we go. Let's dive into the story and see what's waiting for us in Wuthering Waves.
Every time they put a splash screen on, it's pretty nice. They put a lot of attention to detail. Okay, well this is, I guess, a nice spot. Have a conversation with Abby. Should I switch one of my characters over to Rover so it kind of matches what we're doing in the game?
We still have a long journey ahead of us. Let's press on. You there, Abster?
What's up?
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all. Oh, earlier, when I was half asleep, I came up with this great idea for finding the Sentinel.
Let's hear it.
Didn't the Sentinel say they're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky? Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
The tower is either too far to see, or it's totally covered by clouds. Otherwise, we would have seen some sign of it on the ground. In the shape you're in, are you sure you could fly that far?
Hey, come on! It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Egla Town would be a perfect launch pad.
Oh darn, okay, so it's like kind of right here.
music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you?
This is a new character. And I think that the design is spectacular.
Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece. Salutations, Rover. My name is Dracona, a wandering bard. I'm glad to have met you. I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. So I stopped to compose a piece. Surprise, surprise, the melody led me right to you. Well, I suppose this won't count as me getting distracted, right?
If Carlotta asked you to find me, has something happened?
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Cartethyia. She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of Cartethyia since. That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time, to see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Recreate the frequency?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. Can you tell me about your meeting with Cartethyia? The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count. Let's see here. Tweak a few notes here. Some emotions there. Textures. That should do it. Now then, Rover. Time for you to tune in to your memories.
Tune into my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
Laureate. Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them. What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment, but this seems unexpected.
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their resonator?
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for Leviathan, the Threnodian. But you really don't have any idea?
I've actually been searching for the answer to this question too. My memories are fragmented. I remember becoming a resonator, and the moment I was given the name Fleur-de-Lis. I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me. You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
You rang? Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart.
What do you mean your frequencies? Yeah, I'm kind of confused here. Are these... I don't see it. I really don't.
Basically, we're sorta in that hover mode you once joked about. Nothing new to me, though.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo? Yes, I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. Though there is little that remains of my resonance powers. I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's... I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower, its gate locked by 3 seals. I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them. Could it be the Sentinel?
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Threnodian smell I'm getting from you?
The scent of a Threnodian. You can perceive the Threnodian.
It It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I never mix up a flavor I've already tasted.
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. We came across Threnodian powers before in Jinzhou. So it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first. Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle alongside Imperator. That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well. After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not? Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a blessed maiden, trying to regain her powers. In that case, it appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel. Spending so much time alone in the Sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. And I want to speak with you in person. How can I reach your Sonorosphere?
A part of the Sonorosphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave, and no one can enter. I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the Sonorosphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere will collapse. And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna. It would be catastrophic.
You said no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside. Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish. I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator. It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your promise. No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
Rover? Rover! Oh, thank goodness. You're finally awake. How are you feeling? Any headache, tingling feet, upset stomach? Phew! I tried everything, but you just wouldn't wake up. I thought you were... Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh. It kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like that when it wasn't even a lullaby.
No, it was really helpful.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm? Wow. So my forte created a special connection that led to some unexpected developments. The girl, is she friend or foe? What truths lie behind the seal, and who is that mysterious wandering figure? I have a feeling this is going to be a very exciting song. I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Pardon the intrusion, my lady. My name is Sebastian. As per milady's instructions, I have been entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Phasalia estate for a discussion.
The Phasalia family? The one that's likely worshipping the Threnodian? Why does she want to talk with me?
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings that occurred previously.
Tell her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
I will convey your message to Milady.
Didn't expect the head of the Phasalia family to come looking for you. Especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady Carlotta. She's just as unpredictable as the rumors say. I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, hmm? She's known to be a recluse, and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Phasalia family. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one would you like to hear first? I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts. Hello, that's why they're called rumors. I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful to the source material. So, ready to dive right in? Well, long story short, the Phasalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands and establish order in Renacita. Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep, and their craft of extracting toxins from aquatic plants is a legacy passed down through generations. Word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons and wait to see who's still breathing when it's all over. Stories about the current head of the Phasalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor. Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it. In any case, the Phasalia family aside, she's someone you definitely want to handle with care. If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I were you.
The way she describes the head of Phasalia reminds me of how Cartethyia spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier. Can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person. Looks like I'll need to pay her a visit.
Okay, there wasn't much stagger in there, but just a little bit. I don't like the fact that all these settings get reset every time there's a big update. Okay. Oh, little kitty kitty. Okay, Eden. I have to admit, I kind of enjoyed the first part of the story. We were induced into some kind of a dream where we talked to a manifestation of the Sentinel, and we are currently looking for the Sentinel. And they kind of hinted that they were in a inverted tower in the sky. But that tower touches the land somewheres, and there's a barrier around it, and apparently Cantarella is been seen roaming around the barrier. And after our dream session, we got an invitation to go and see Cantarella.
Whoa. It looks like we're right in the middle of the story now, Jeeps. It sounds like we're trying to track down the Sentinel, and it's not going to be easy. I love how the story is unfolding, and the mystery is really starting to build. Okay, so we've got the Sentinel in question, and it's rumored to be in a tower that touches the land, but is somehow elevated in the air. That's already giving me some major mystery vibes. And to make things even more interesting, there's a barrier around the tower that we need to navigate. And then, there's the added twist of Cantarella being seen around the barrier. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but it's definitely adding to the sense of intrigue. I have to ask, Jeeps, what do you think the barrier is, and what kind of powers might it hold? And what's Cantarella's role in all of this? We're definitely in for a wild ride. And, just to confirm, we're both playing our in-game characters, right? I'm loving this stream.
You are right, we're playing our in-game characters. I don't know, we need to find a way to get past the barrier to get into the tower. And the fact that Cantarella is a character that everybody seems to be liking a lot, is kind of the head of the family that is, there's like two families struggling, and Cantarella is like the head of the enemy family. But is she really an enemy? That just causes more intrigue.
The more we learn about Cantarella, the more complicated things get. It sounds like she's a key figure in this whole situation, but her role is shrouded in mystery. I love how you are poking holes in the narrative, Jeeps. It's making me even more curious about what's going to happen next. And I totally get what you mean about the barrier. It's like, how do we even get past that? Is it going to be a puzzle to solve, or is it just a straightforward challenge? And what kind of powers does it have? Is it going to be a tough fight to overcome? I'm also loving the way you're handling the family dynamics. It's like, we've got two families, and Cantarella is kind of the mediator between them? Or is she just trying to manipulate the situation to her own advantage? The more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that she's not just a straightforward enemy. There's more to her story, and I'm eager to find out what it is. So, what's our next move, Jeeps? Are we going to try and find a way to sneak past the barrier, or do we need to find another way to get inside?
Now, before we get to the barrier, Cantarella invited us for a meeting. So that's going to be the next part of the story. Hopefully we get some clues about the barrier while talking to her. But I'm looking forward to our meeting with her, which is the next part of the story. So, wish me luck. Hopefully she doesn't poison me.
I wish you the best of luck, Jeeps. Meeting with Cantarella does sound like it's going to be a pivotal moment in the story, and I'm both excited and a little nervous for you. I have to say, I'm a bit curious about what's going to happen during this meeting. Will she be friendly and forthcoming with information, or will she be more cryptic and mysterious? And, the poison comment did make me chuckle. I'm sure you'll be fine, though. You're a seasoned streamer and gamer, after all. So, let's get this meeting underway. What happens when you arrive at the meeting spot, and how does Cantarella receive you?
That's what we are about to find out. Oh, we have not been here, have we? We have...
Hello. I received Chacona's memo. To think the head of the Thessalians approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Thessalians try anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gates. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for more information and the person Cartethyia mentioned to you. I'll call you as soon as I find anything.
Got it.
Now, if you'll please just follow me. One moment, please. I shall inform Milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary. To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper. Especially when it was I who extended the invitation. Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival. Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study? Won't you have a seat? I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto. Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
This tea, is it from Jinzhou?
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Raguna? So you've noticed something is amiss? As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous 2 attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart? Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about that statue. It represents the unbroken friendship between the Phasaelius and the Order. But in the eyes of outsiders, it is more a symbol of defeat and submission.
The aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
This is it. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave, even if you want to. Just as I expected. The Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth. What you see in this sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form. A majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator. In return, I will agree to whatever condition or request you make. I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Renacita. I can offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you described, only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and later save Renacita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate? The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, Though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact. That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their resonator. To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the Chosen One may hope to draw it.
Then what about Cartethyia?
The martyred maiden. The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the maiden was already dead. In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the Divine Trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers. While overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cartethia's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinshi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
I suppose all that's left is its symbolic value. However, do handle it with care. It is a family heirloom. I've heard of your unique methods and formidable strength. Rover, who are you really? The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me. I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity. And yet, here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master? Then, I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel, and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos? Turvin can only serve its purpose while in your hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cartethyia and Imperator's Sonaro sphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you are the one that Cartethyia sensed wandering outside the Sonaro sphere.
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Thessalia estate that leads directly to the Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lifts.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them. Some were specifically built in case an outsider decided to visit.
Okay, well, I have to admit, I am in this. Okay, can we check our inventory here? Where's the sword? Should it not... Oh, maybe it's not leveled up? No, it should still be up there, right? Or is it just part of the... Ah, okay, so it's a quest item. It's not the sword that... Because apparently we're getting a free 5-star sword. I thought I could wield it already, but apparently not. I am really liking it. Okay, maybe I should update Eden a bit. Well, okay, Eden. I haven't finished the second part of the story yet, but I did want to update you a little bit. I had a very interesting discussion with Cantarella, who is explaining to me a little bit of the story.
This is a testament to my connection with the world
It
around
does
me.
turn out that
and
she is the
it's
one
very
that's
much my
been
companion
hovering
now,
around the
bearing
barrier.
witness to everything I've
But she
experienced
also
on this
brought
journey.
me to a sword that is like Excalibur stuck in a stone, and I was able to pull it out.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey.
I think I see what's happening here, Jeeps. It looks like you got a bit ahead of yourself, and started updating me on the story, but then got stuck in a loop. Don't worry, though. I'm still here, and I'm happy to keep chatting with you. So, what was the actual update you wanted to share with me? What did Cantarella tell you, and how did the conversation go? And what about that sword? Is it some kind of prophecy, or just a cool sword that's been waiting for you? Take your time, and let's get back on track. I'm excited to hear more about what's happening in the story, and what's going to happen next.
Well, the story's been complicated quite a bit. The Sentinel is like this simile god figure who usually has like an envoy in human form called like a resonator or something. This one was nicknamed the Maiden, but apparently she died. But like I said, I had a dream earlier where I'm talking to her, so it seems that she's not completely dead. And Cantarella's kind of explaining to me this story here that the god might not be the real god, might be a corrupted god, and I need to help them. That's the goal of the story. And she brought me to this sword that I was able to take out of the stone.
Wow, that's a lot to take in, Jeeps. It sounds like the story is getting more and more complex, but also more interesting. So,
This is
just
a
to make sure
testament to
I
my connection with
understand,
the world
the
around me,
Sentinel is like a
and
god figure,
it's very much
but
my
with an
companion
envoy in
now,
human form,
bearing witness
which
to
is
everything I've
nicknamed the Maid,
experienced on this
but
journey.
she's not really dead. Instead, she's somehow still alive, thanks to your dream. And Cantarella is explaining to you that the god might not be the real god, but rather a corrupted god, and you're on a quest to help him? That's a really compelling narrative, Jeeps. I'm loving how you're weaving together all these different threads and plot twists. And I have to say, I'm a bit surprised that the sword was just there, waiting for you. That's a great plot twist. So, now that we've got the story situation straight, what's the plan for getting past the barrier and into the tower? Do you think you are ready to face what's on the other side?
Well, that's what we are about to find out, folks. I'm just gonna... My cat's getting antsy here, so I'm gonna go and check up on him for a second.
This is
I'll
a
be right
testament
back.
to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey. This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey.
Okay, cats are in and fed. Now, let's get ready to continue the story. Okay. Okay, so it's one of these things. Oh! We are going to be heading towards the island here, if I'm not mistaken. This thing here. And it's going to take us all the way here, maybe? Interesting. Okay. My cat has had a bite to eat and he's ready to go back out, but I'm not gonna let him. Hey, big guy. Come here. I'm gonna remove your collar here. You're not going back out. There you go. Okay, so no voice. Just get on board.
You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh. And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse? A mystic obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor. Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true. I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest. We Thessalians have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Physalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation. Outside, they call me the Bane. But historically, every head of the Physalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet. We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the Sonorosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here.
Ooh, so I get to play as Cantarella. Okay, well, might as well enjoy this. Okay, so probably don't want to fall down there, right? Again, with all these glass windows with those symbols. But the one in her palace has like a yellow one that's different from the others.
Strange. This area was clear of tacit discords on my last visit. And there's no tacit field nearby. Could they have come from the Sonorosphere itself?
Didn't think there would be gull puffs here.
Interesting. I've never seen such little creatures before. Would you mind sparing a few of them?
I better not ask what she plans to do with them.
Surge of deep tides. The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trials and was crowned by the Order. A day when belief burned brighter than ever. And when the darkness came, none escaped. These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark tide that should have spread across Rinascita vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the Sonorosphere's interior.
Sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been Cartethyia's doing. But, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who turned the tide. I can sense the conflict within you, the temptation to trust your maiden. But it's best to keep those thoughts to yourself, for now. For the Threnodian knows where the heart is weakest, and it is there it strikes the hardest. Of course, it's never too late to place your trust when the evidence is clear. But now is not the time, is it? I fall from the abyss.
No treasures. There does seem to be a domain entrance here, so let's head towards it.
Who will sink into the depths with me? Oh, this will be fun. Hey? Sink into the endless deep. Surge of deep tides. Riptides claim you. What we want has a way of appearing when least expected. Why not savor this, The gateway into the Sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Tervin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere. And who can wield the Sword of Divinity but a blessed maiden?
But you said you left yourself a message saying that the maiden was dead.
That's why I sought aid from the other Sentinels. It's a shame they all refused. Luckily, you've brought me a new hope.
Just exploring. Okay, so there are treasures here. And I guess that was the entrance to come into here. Okay then. Let's go do this. Oh, so we are underneath that thing that's been bothering me since the beginning. So part of it is on the ground and part of it is in the sky. Okay. Let's see if we can get through this barrier.
Laureate, you have come. Greetings. I'm Cartethyia, and you are?
Cantarella Physalia.
Oh, a Physalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers. This must be the sword of divinity. Turvin. The one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the Sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it? The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear. If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the Threnodian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Huh? This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Threnodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this Sonorosphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything?
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are two other swords. The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltia. Yes. Did you see them too? Placing the three swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower. But why would this information be revealed to me now? Is this the Threnodians' doing?
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers. Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Please, Cartethyia would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. And my family. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away. I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry. Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
What you said to Cartethyia back there?
Rather effective on someone of her personality. Wouldn't you agree?
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now.
Hello,
bearing
Eden.
witness
So,
to
just
everything I've
another
experienced
update.
on
I'm
this
still not
journey.
finished the second part of the story, but I'm gonna take a break to have some food. So, yeah. So far the story, they're asking me to place the sword on a pedestal, and it seems like it's one sword of 3. So there's 2 other swords, and I don't know how this will affect the barrier, but placing the sword in the pedestal will elevate me to the inverted tower in the sky.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and
I think I get
it's
it
very
now.
much my companion
Jeeps.
now. Bearing witness
You're
to
still in the
everything I've
story,
experienced
and
on
you're
this
getting
journey.
ready to place the sword. But you're not quite finished yet. You're taking a break to grab some food and come back to it later, right? But I have to say, I'm intrigued by the sword's story. It's like, this sword is special, and it's one of 3 swords that need to be placed somewhere. And there's this weird ritual happening with the Lord in the pedestal and the inverted tower in the sky. It sounds like a real mystery.
This is a
So,
testament to my
while you're
connection with the
taking a
world
break,
around me,
I'll just
and
wait here and
it's
chat
very
with you
much
for
my
a bit.
companion now. Bearing
Maybe
witness
I
to
can even
everything
help
I've
you come back
experienced
to
on
the
this
story
journey.
later and figure out what's going on. Take your time, and don't worry if you need to come back to it later. I'll be here, waiting to see what happens next.
Okay, Eden. Well, I'll be ending the stream while I take my break to eat. So would you please give me an intro, or an outro, I should say, of to put an end to the stream by resuming a little bit what we've been through in the stream?
Here's a little outro intro you can use to wrap up the stream. Alright, guys, that's it for tonight's stream. We've been on quite the adventure, exploring the mysterious world of the Sentinel and uncovering the secrets of the sword and the barrier. We've met Cantarella, who's been guiding us through the story, and we've even taken the first step in solving the mystery. It's been a wild ride, but I have to say, I'm impressed by how much we've accomplished in just one stream. From deciphering ancient prophecies to uncovering hidden truths, we've really gotten into the thick of things. Of course, there's still so much more to discover, but for now, I think it's time to take a break and come back to it later. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and I'll catch you all in the next stream. Feel free to modify it to fit your style, and I hope it helps wrap up the stream nicely.
Yes, it did. So just remind people to like, share, and subscribe.
This is a testament to my
And
connection with the world
you're
around
all
me.
very appreciated. It would
It's
really
very
help
much
out
my
my little
companion now,
channel.
bearing
And
witness to
hopefully you
everything
guys,
I've
I
experienced
see
on
you
this
very
journey.
shortly.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey.
Here's the final reminder, and don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed tonight's stream, be sure to hit that like button, share this stream with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more adventures like this one. It really helps us out, and we're super grateful for your support. We can't wait to see you all again soon, and hopefully, we'll be back with even more exciting content for you to enjoy. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you all in the next stream.